Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is your boy Tim, back with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about living a simpler life. I was thinking that there are so many new improvements and technologies, a lot of them in the past 100 years, that have become available to us as humans. But the funny thing is, a lot of these things that are supposed to make our lives better just seem to like complicate our lives more. It's like with all these new technologies, and we have so much variety and so much choice in our lives today, it hasn't really changed who we are as humans. Like, we still do the same basic stuff. We eat, we sleep, we communicate, we have sex, we have kids, the basic stuff we do. It really has not changed. But we keep coming up with all these new things to try to like make our lives better. And at the end of the day, like even like our happiness levels haven't changed. And the downside is, with all these new things we keep bringing into the world that are supposed to be making our lives better, a lot of times they're actually making our lives worse. They're making our lives more complicated. I'll give you an example. Think about food. Like back in the day, food was pretty easy. Like you caught it, you kill it, you grill it, you eat it. You know what I mean? Like it was pretty easy. If you could run up and chunk a spear through it, you ate it. Like that was how it was. Very, very simple. If it didn't kill you and eat you, you killed it and ate it. Like it's very simple. Or you could like grow food. Not that hard. You throw seeds in the ground. Hopefully the rain comes down, water it. 6 months later, you got corn. Whatever. Or you went out and foraged for berries. Pretty much as long as you didn't eat something poisonous, you was good. Food was simple. It was very simple. For thousands of years, this is how our ancestors ate. Then here recently, we decided that we need to improve upon food, right? We needed to make food better. So we started adding chemicals to food, and we started adding all these other substances to try to make food quicker and make it bigger and better. All this other stuff. We want to start cloning, animals so we can, have more hamburgers. These clone meat burgers. So, we start trying to improve food. But what has happened? Has it made life better for us? No. Just as many people are starving now as were starving before. If not more people starving now. Also, too, a lot of these ingredients they're putting in the food to make it quicker, easier, better is like killing us. It's bad for us. And then on top of all of that, like now that we have so much choice, you're guilty when you eat something. They're constantly telling us, oh, that food is bad, that food is unhealthy, that food isn't good for you. You eat something you really, really like, you feel guilty the next day. You want to, beat yourself up over eating that chocolate cake or whatever it is. Like food has gotten so complicated. Now we have like people who have issues with food. You never had a lot of these food related issues before. I'm not poking fun at anyone who struggles with them, but you didn't really have a lot of these before. But now food it's just crazy what we've done to food. It's so complicated just to eat now. Like I walk around Walmart, I literally like get overwhelmed. It's just too much choice. I just want chicken wings. So we have complicated our life to the point where like we've made eating like a problem. That's one example. I was thinking too, like take like your phone. So it is so cool that there's so many things we can do on our phones now. It used to take like forever. Before, if you wanted to learn something, you had to get up and like go to this building called the library. Or you had to like have some encyclopedias in your house. Like now you can just type it in your phone or just ask your phone. It will bring the answer up. That's pretty cool. But like all the time we have saved with this technology, we don't really do nothing. This is a little off topic. I'll bring it back to the simple life part. But all this time we've saved with having easy access to information and being able to do all this cool stuff right from the palm of our hands on our phone, what are we doing with that time? Nothing. like it's not like we're taking that time and like, ooh, that 3 hours I saved, I'm gonna do something important. No. You know what we do at that time? We stay looking at crap on our phones, right? We stay looking at other crap other people posted. Like it's a new advancement, its technology is great, but it hasn't changed like the human race. We just like, if you're a slacker, you're a slacker. Now you just have 6 hours of slack instead of 1. Like it's crazy. But once again, like even with your phone that brings you all these great, wonderful apps and opportunities, now there's a lot of things you got to worry about. For one, you got a phone bill. which is very complicated. That's not simple at all. Then you got to worry about, putting your information in your phone, someone, hacking your phone, someone stealing your phone, the cloud taking your private pictures that for some reason you took with your phone and sending them to the world. Like, there's just, oh, thought I heard a door opening up there. I was like, huh, somebody back there? There's just so many, it's complicated. It's complicated. When you do everything from your phone, you always have to have your phone with you. You didn't have to worry about that before. Like, they say people suffer from like phone, I forget what the term they've come up with it, but when you're away from your phone for long enough. Like, if you can't find your phone or you leave it in the car, like, people have this anxious condition when they're not around their phone, because you have to have it with you because it does so much for you. Complicated. Nobody ever worried about this. Nobody ever had phone anxiety when we had just one rotary phone in the house. No one ever had phone anxiety like when you had to use a payphone. Like, nobody cared about being away from a phone when you had to go in a phone booth. There's a couple examples of, and there's many others, of things that have come into our lives over the past 50, 100 years that are supposed to make our lives better, but actually really just bring more complications, bring more stress. Like, it hasn't changed what we need to do in life. It's changed the way we do it, but not necessarily for the better. Like, easier isn't always better. Faster isn't always better. Like, we still just do the same stuff. Now we just got a lot more worry with it. That's why I'm a big believer in simplifying your life, living a simple life. Just try it, just look at your life and ask yourself, like, are all the things in my life, or the things I use in my life, are they helping me? Are they really helping me, or am I just doing it as everybody else does it? Am I just using it as everybody else does it? Like, just really, I know for me, I try to just break my life down as simply as possible. I don't have to get wrapped up in the latest app or fad or what challenge or or whatever it is. Like, I just want to do the things I need to do in life. Food, clothing, shelter, meaningful work, interaction with my friends and family and loved ones, like travel. Like, it really does not take a lot to live a happy, fulfilled life, but you got to get a lot of this like extra complicated stuff out in order to bring the stuff you really want in. Like, there's only so much space, like, in our lives for stuff and things, or whatever it is. There's only so much room, and you got to get like the unnecessary crap or the overcomplicated crap that's doing nothing for you out before you can get the stuff you want in. I think that's why a lot of times people have like dreams, things they want to do, and they just never can get to them or fulfill them, because there's no room left in your life. You got all this garbage that's not really doing nothing for you in there. You got to get it out, and that's what living a simple life is really about. Just boiling your life down to like the basics, the things you really need to have, or the things you really need to do, the people you really need to interact with. Just get a lot of that excess. It's a little like minimalism, getting that excess out, just leaving room for the simple, easy stuff. Like, it ain't got to be that complicated, people.